What's up everybody, Thomas Barkowski coming back at you with some more Talishar Skirmish Season 6 practice, and this is a video on why Stormstriders is undervalued at 126 and the card's absolutely broken because it allows this to happen and you get crushed and I die. Alright, game 1 on Talishar, playing as Oldhim. We're going to jump into the Icelander, and as you see from the introduction there, we have a nice back and forth game, and then I die on the Stormstrider's turn with the Ice Eternal into an Ice Bolt into a Waning Moon. So for the game I decided to bring AB1 and see how it goes, and it doesn't go very well. As soon as I get hit with this 5 attack, I'm like, oof, yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. Probably should have brought some more AB, but I was expecting a more of a Bowlander approach. But the nice thing is I get to use my heart here and gain a life. Yay, $500 card. Thank you for giving me that life. Just all jokes. But we come in with the CNC. Our opponent's playing kind of on the slow side. This is 4 times speed. They're going to Scar for Scar. We're going to Blizzard that to make them pay if they want to get go again. They're doing some thinking there. We go ahead and block it, get our Frostbite. Really trying to make them pay for this go again. Trying to go wide, trying to shut them down. Then we're going to hold them an Ice card. That ends their turn. We swing bad value here. Swinging for 4, they're going to give me a Frostbite. Okay. Now they're going to moon me. Oh, looks like they undo their turn there. That's the one frustrating thing with Talishar, is that some people just play like really slow, and then when they are playing you, they just undo, and they don't even have the decency to ask you if they can undo. They just do it anyway, or they do it over and over and over again. But that's what you get for not playing in person. So that's one downside about the Talishar. So back into the game here. They're trying to hit me with an Ice Eternal. They're only pitching a couple cards, so we can block some of this. Get some Frostbites, it's fine, we can clear the Frostbites. We're swinging our Winter's Wail, and then we have our resource for the moon, not a problem. We are leaking damage every time though with AB1, so stupid on me, but you know, it is what it is. That's why we have to practice, to have a better game plan going into Skirmish Season 6. I know there will definitely be Icelanders out there because she's phenomenal, and last time I checked, she was destroying everybody in Skirmish Season 5. Now we're going to open Old Fuse. They have no card to discard. That's the strength of Icelander there, is that even though it hits and they took some damage, they didn't have to get rid of a card, and they were able to be as efficient as possible, even though I came at them with that pummel. Now we're going to dominate. They're going to go to 1. And I knew I was going to die here anyway. I just had a feeling like, hey, they're going to draw back up and I'm going to die, so let's block and just present lethal and try to keep our health as high as we can. Because here comes the Stormstrider's turn. You know, they Emeritus, or Waning Moon Emeritus. You're looking at 9 to 12-ish damage. So 7 health, I'm feeling not so good. I'm glad that they're only on 1, but I have no resources floating. I can't stop anything. I try to get my Tunic resource here, it doesn't work. They put the Ice Eternal there. Then they're going to Tunic. Then they're going to Stormstriders, then they're going to Bolt, then they're going to Icelander, and then they're going to moon me, and I die. So that's game 1. Took TL to Icelander, jump into another game, and luckily I face a Chicago native, so Mr. Ben Lang, welcome to the channel, Ben. Ben's phenomenal. We did the Calling Las Vegas, the 3-team Blitz tournament together, and we day 2'd, so that was absolutely awesome. He let me play Kasai, and he jumped on to Oldhim. So Ben's a great guy, super phenomenal dude. He's playing Royal Bravo and he hits me with that good dominate in the beginning. I don't want to use my armor, I want to just take damage. I'm going to prevent like a crippling crush effect. I'm able to swing back 10. We got our nice Oakenold Fuse here, so as long as I don't die right here, we're going to hit the Oakenold, so feeling pretty good. He goes through a couple different ways to plan this out here, and none of them are really effective. You know, he's only coming in 8 dominate. We can block that out, not take any damage, and get off this fusion right here. So pretty crazy. Always feels good when you come in for a 9 dominate. He's able to block it all out, so he doesn't do anything. Then he hits me with the Crippling Crush. Crippling Crush is just absolutely phenomenal card. So I block out to turn off the Crush effect, and then we swing in for another 7. That CNC is just sitting there for its time. He goes down to 10. Now he's going to do damage. I lose Go Again. I don't really care about Go Again. I'm playing Oldhim. But what I can do here is I can pummel and keep my channel Lake, put my channel into Arsenal and use it in the future. Instead, he doesn't block, he doesn't have the reaction, so he takes 10, he dies. I asked for a rematch, but he bounced. So I'm going to jump into the next game. We're going to play Uzuri, and this is a little bit of a slower game because the person's not doing a lot. And then at the very end of the game, I forget how to read, and you'll see that in a minute. But I take a toxicity to the face that kills me. If I would have just read what was going on, I would have blocked out and I wouldn't have died. But I had momentum like this whole game, in my opinion. The other couple turns, this Uzuri was dead. I'm really not impressed with what I've seen from Uzuri. So I don't know if they have something coming out in the future to make her better. But what I'm seeing right now is that in Blitz and in CC, she is not looking good. I don't know, maybe people with bigger brains than me can figure her out and she can be really competitive because she looks amazing. But when you start playing her, she does this weak attack and then she switches it for like a 6 attack. And if you're just going to do 6 damage a turn, like, you're going to lose. You're not going to beat Icelander with that. You're not going to beat Kana with that. You're not going to beat Oldhim with that. You can't keep up with the Dash or Fi or Briar. So we'll see what Uzuri does in the future. But overall, I'm not very impressed with her. So we're just going back and forth here. I take a couple damage. That's cool. Go to 15. They've already used 8, 9, 10 cards out of the deck. Not a problem. We're going to go ahead and Oasis this. See what they do. See if they Uzuri. They usually don't Uzuri when they have a attack higher than 3. They Razor it. Okay, cool. They banish a card on me. And then they see what card they banish, so they undo their turn so they can activate their Mask of Perdition. Like, this is the issue with Talishar, is that people do crap like that. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I should just complain less and play more in person, and then I wouldn't have to use Talishar so much. So we just keep going back and forth here. Just waiting for my opponent. I'm going to pummel this and do damage. I could keep the pummel, but then I decide, yeah, let's just push the damage. And then we could probably just fatigue Uzuri out because she's just not very good. We can't Ult here because we're missing the resources. We have the cards to fuse it, but we don't have the resource to pay for it. And then you're going to see my mistake come up pretty soon here with the toxicity. I just didn't see it played. So I decided to not block, to swing a big attack back. And then after I didn't block, I saw toxicity in the top left corner. So yeah, I could have undone and actually blocked it out because they were only preventing 4 damage with no cards for no buff. But I'm a person of decency, so once I did that, I noticed I messed up. I just keep playing. I'm not gonna, you know, be an undue warrior. If you're an undue warrior, feel free to disagree with me in the comments. I just don't think that's right. So they're gonna do a bunch of stuff here for this Endless Winter. We're gonna give them Frostbites. They're gonna undo a bunch of times here. They're trying to figure out how this works. And then they don't realize that Endless Winter, because it was fused, will give them a Frostbite when they activate Tunic, which kind of shuts down their whole turn. So they're going to try a bunch of different stuff. None of it works, and then they eventually will just pass priority. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We got this nice Open. Oh, nope. We have to use all those cards because we had too many reds there to swing for 10. If we can dominate this, this game's probably over, but, you know, whatever. They got on the 4, I'm at 13, I feel real good. You know, they have half their deck left. They really can't hit me this hard on this punch back here. They're going to hit me for 5. We know they have the shred because they undid their turn a couple different times. So we know the shred's coming. Cool, whatever. We're going to go ahead and swing another 10 at them. Even 4 to 8, I feel really good. We're getting cards out of hand. We're getting their Tunic. Like, they have to block. I feel really, really good. Now this is the play right here, is that I just thought it was a blanket 4. So I figured I can take some damage here, they can banish my card, whatever, and then I realized toxicity was played. So now this is going to hit me, it's automatically going to do 5 damage. So I'm looking at 8 damage minimum, which kills me. Now I can Oldhim D-react this and go down to 3, or sorry, go to 2 health. But then they do flick knives. Now I easily could have just undid the turn and just actually put one of these, Macho Grandes in front of it, and then it wouldn't have been an issue at all. But we just keep rolling, whatever it is, what it is. Now we play into Benji here. Benji is intriguing because a lot of his attacks you cannot block, so you must keep your equipment in case they try to go unblockable into spring tidings. If you do not have any equipment to block spring tidings, you will just die. So I'm feeling pretty good. I take a couple damage in the beginning. They already popped their boots. This is turn 0. So I took 3 damage and they popped 2 pieces of equipment. Like, I'm feeling good. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the resources to pummel either the Ogonold or the CNC, but hey, I get to put a pummel into Arsenal, so that's good. And now I'm threatening cards out of hand, because if they don't block, they're going to lose their Arsenal. They got a setup turn that whatever that card is in the top left there, it's going to give them a Crouching Tiger, and it's going to make their Tiger go from 1 attack to 3 or 4 attack, I believe. Yeah, I think it goes to 3. It's a +3 make a Tiger. They're going to Art of War. Then they make a whole bunch of Tigers. First one's coming in for 4. We're going to let it hit. Now on the mass trigger, we want to stop the second one. This one's also coming in for 4, so we're going to give them a Frostbite. They try to Ancestral it, but they undo their turn instead. They come in for 5. We have all this equipment. We have the sink below, so I'm just trying to figure out the best way to block this. They can't buff it. There's no reactions. There's no more cards. They don't have like a breaking scale combo piece to give it +1s. We block 5 perfectly. They come in for 1, who cares? They come in for 1, who cares? They want a Kadachi, but they don't have the resource. So that's like their big power turn. I still have 11. So I'm able to swing 5, go again. They throw their mask, and then we swing another 4. Now, if you ever played Ninja, if you lose your mask, the game's over. So it's only a matter of time before they die. They pass to me, and we're coming in dominated, and that's the game.